The Alpine resort of Evian-les-Bains, better known for its mineral water than its geopolitics, is now one of the most heavily secured locations on Earth. Thousands of police and military personnel have been deployed across the French shore of Lake Geneva ahead of the 52nd G7 summit, which opens Monday following a one-day delay caused by President Trump's late arrival. Trump is expected to touch down Sunday evening, fresh from watching a mixed martial arts fight on the White House South Lawn on his 80th birthday. French President Emmanuel Macron will welcome him privately Monday afternoon before a formal dinner that evening. Trade is set to be a central flashpoint. European leaders arrive with fresh grievances over U.S. tariffs and with patience wearing thin. Ukraine's President Zelensky will attend Tuesday's working session on European security. And on Wednesday, the summit hosts an unprecedented gathering of AI chiefs. The CEOs of OpenAI, Google DeepMind, and Anthropic all confirmed for a dedicated lunch on the safe and rapid deployment of artificial intelligence. The summit runs until Wednesday evening.
Thousands of demonstrators have converged in Geneva, Switzerland, to protest against leaders of the G7 group of rich countries ahead of the summit's opening in France. The three-day summit, starting this Monday in the resort town of Evian-les-Bains, France, will see leaders discuss issues including the Middle East, Ukraine, and global economic imbalances. Clashes broke out between protesters and police near the United Nations headquarters in Geneva on Sunday as protesters threw bottles, stones, pieces of cement, and firecrackers at the police, who responded with tear gas and water cannons. Environmentalists and feminists were amongst the protesters who joined critics of imperialism, defenders of independent media, supporters of Palestinian rights, and others in a lakeside park in Geneva for a march across town. Swiss and French authorities say they have deployed thousands of police to provide security for the three-day summit. The Swiss have voted down a divisive anti-immigration proposal to cap the country's population at 10 million, early results showed on Sunday. Shortly after polls closed at noon local time, preliminary results indicated around 55% opposition to the initiative, with turnout exceeding 57% nationwide. The vote put forward by the hard-right Swiss People's Party, SVP, had sparked warnings of chaos and devastating impacts for the Swiss economy and European Union relations. The court, No to a Switzerland with 10 million referendum, want measures to stop Switzerland's population, currently 9.1 million, going above 10 million before 2050. The SVP party believes the current immigration is exacerbating the housing shortage, rising rents, infrastructure saturation, and pressure on the healthcare system. The proposal, if accepted, would have slammed the brakes on immigration. Meanwhile, voters voted yes to approve an amendment to the Civil Service Act in another referendum poll on Sunday. With the yes vote, 6 new measures in the Civilian Service Act will be introduced in Switzerland.
Delegates of the new Russian opposition party, Peaceful Russia, gathered at a party congress in Berlin, where they elected Russian opposition activist Ilya Yashin as their new party leader. Many are placing great hopes in him.
Я действительно, во-первых, более опытный политик, во-вторых, он, правда, способен произносить очень хорошие речи, да, это немаловажно.
But can Yashin's opposition party influence Russia's domestic political situation while operating from exile?
Такая задача стоит, эта задача очень сложная, потому что действительно мы находимся в Европе, но мы планируем работать в России. Это связано с большими рисками. Наша главная аудитория находится в России. Миллионы российских избирателей, миллионы наших сторонников, конечно, находятся в России.
Yashin has only just been elected party leader, yet tensions are already emerging. The party is facing internal disagreements.
Я бы не хотел, чтобы Яшин превратился в такого мини-Путина. Но, к сожалению, я вижу, что мои надежды на то, что он окажется не таким москвоцентричным, обычным московским барином, который у нас в оппозиции, извините, пруд-пруди, а человеком, который сможет объединять людей из разных регионов, быть с ними на равных, быть первым среди равных. Они не оправдываются на данный момент. И мне кажется, Илья выбрал неверную формулу.
Die russische Opposition galt lange Zeit als gespalten. Das soll sich jetzt mit der neuen Partei des russischen Oppositionellen Ilja Jaschin ändern. Auf dem Parteitag in Berlin wurde hitzig debattiert, doch die Partei des Friedens muss sich jetzt vereinen für ein friedliches Russland ohne einen Krieg in der Ukraine. Diana Resnick aus Berlin für Euronews.
Thousands of Albanians rallied across the capital, Tirana, Saturday against a luxury tourism project worth nearly 4 billion euros, which is planned in a protected coastal area in the Adriatic Sea. The project, linked to an investment scheme run by Jared Kushner, son-in-law of US President Donald Trump, involves the development of a hotel complex on an abandoned island and adjacent the coastline. Demonstrators took to the streets in a nightly protest, blowing whistles and holding cardboard cutouts of flamingos, one of the protected migratory bird species that could see their habitats threatened by the proposed luxury resorts. The Albanian government claims the investment will transform the country's tourist map and strengthen its path to the European Union. But environmental groups and opposition activists say there are serious risks. Prime Minister Edi Rama defends the project. He said he will not back down. Despite Rama's defense of the development, the protests have gathered pace, with supporters in Albanian communities in neighboring Greece and other European countries also holding rallies.
Romanian President Nicos Ordan nominated career politician Andrei Vestea, leader of the National Liberal Party and former development minister, to be the country's new prime minister on Sunday, seeking to end a deep political crisis. The nomination at the Cotroceni Palace came after Dan's previous pick this month, Eugen Tomac, withdrew his candidacy following his failure to secure sufficient political support to form a cabinet within 10 days.
Îmi doresc un guvern politic care să-și asume reforme reale și care să mențină România pe direcția pro-occidentală.
The political turmoil dates back to May, when a no-confidence motion toppled the previous prime minister after the Social Democratic Party quit the ruling coalition. The incoming administration faces severe economic challenges, with Romania currently experiencing a technical recession, rampant inflation, and one of the highest budget deficits in the European Union. The smart mobility revolution in Italy starts in Naples. The Naples-Tangenziale has become Italy's first road infrastructure to earn official smart road certification from the Ministry of Infrastructure and Transport. The network utilizes advanced technology for real-time monitoring and communication with connected and self-driving vehicles. This initiative stems from a partnership between Tangenziale di Napoli, the National Center for Sustainable Mobility, and the ASPI Group. The project transforms one of the southern Italy's primary urban arteries into a national model for transport innovation. Sensors capable of collecting traffic data have been installed along the entire network, used by traffic control center operators in traffic management decisions. This approach enables preventive action, reducing congestion. In addition, weather stations and dedicated sensors collect data on rainfall, pavement condition, water levels, and surrounding land conditions to detect potential flooding, landslides, or other hazardous phenomena at an early stage. What's really new is that connected vehicles can directly receive information about accidents, construction sites, obstacles, weather conditions, and road characteristics, while at the same time transmitting data to the infrastructure for much more immediate knowledge of traffic conditions.
The number of personal injury accidents caused by electric scooters in Hungary increased by more than 70% last year compared to the previous year, and the statistics have since worsened as the number of scooters has increased. According to data from the National Ambulance Service, more than 1,100 people were injured in electric scooter accidents, including almost 450 children, by the end of May this year. It is estimated that there are between 100 and 120,000 electric scooters in circulation in Hungary. The danger is that many people ride them fast, without helmets and not always in a sober state. The president of the Future Mobility Association says the biggest problem is that there is no regulation that applies specifically to these vehicles.
lassú határszak. 25 km/h között érkeztem. Ez egy abszolút kényelmes, a mi tapasztalataink azt mutatják, hogy alapvetően a rolleresek nagy része szabálykövető. Nyilván van közöttük olyan, aki rugalmasabban kezeli a szabályokat, de hogyha lenne egy olyan keretrendszer, amit megfelelő edukációval minél szélesebb körben el lehetne juttatni a riderekhez, akkor azt gondolom, hogy sokkal kevesebb baleset lenne. És emellett nagyon fontos lenne az is, hogy nem csak a rendvédelmi szervek, hanem az egyébként nem rollerrel közlekedők, például az autósok vagy kerékpárosok, vagy ne adj Isten akár a gyalogolók is tisztában legyenek azzal, hogy hol találkozhatnak szembe rolleressel a városban.
According to Transport Minister David Vitezi, the regulation of electric scooters is such an important issue that it cannot wait for a comprehensive amendment of the Highway Code, but must be addressed sooner. He proposes a separate phase for the rules on high-powered scooters because of the increasing number and severity of accidents. Other European cities are facing similar challenges. In London, where e-scooters operate under a tightly regulated rental scheme, more than 2 million trips were recorded last year and serious injuries remain rare. But concerns persist over pavement clutter, accessibility, and the widespread illegal use of private scooters, showing that regulation alone is not a complete solution.